Vee vlog. So we had one of the weirdest mornings ever, as you could probably tell by the title of today's video.
I would think it's just weird because it's our lives, in all honesty. It just sort of just happens to us.
All this stuff just happens out of nowhere. Like, we can't make this stuff up. Things just happen to us. It's crazy.
It is. Shall I go through the events?
Well, let's first start off with our package we got this morning, because the reason why we were up early is because around 8:30 our doorbell rang and we got a package in the mail for our dining room. So I'll show you guys what we got. So doorbell rang and this beautiful thing came in the mail. It's a slightly different color than what this is, but it's not too bad. We might stain it, but we're gonna put our little like dining room dishes in there. Magnetic. And it's very like industrial, rustic looking. And yeah, so.
Yeah, I've just resigned myself to the fact that no matter what wooden item we get in this house, it's never gonna match anything. It's always a new color.
Yeah.
So that's the style.
But it's okay.
Accept that.
I like how it looks in here. It fills the space and it gives us more storage. Anyway, so Tye stayed up at 8:30 and I decided to go sleep for like another half an hour or so. So while I'm sleeping, I hear the doorbell ring and I decide to take out my phone because my phone has a security app on it, so I can see all the cameras at the front of the house. So I look on the camera and police are here and I'm like, that might not be good. Like, why are they here?
I was building that thing wrong.
You were building the thing wrong?
It's illegal. Not allowed.
So I'm looking at my phone and I see like Tye talking to the cops and I'm like, what the heck is happening? And then he comes into my room after and has the strangest story ever. So what he told me, and I'll let you elaborate because he was the one who spoke to the cop, but the cop was like,
do you guys own a white van?
and Tye was like,
No.
and he's like,
Well, it says you do.
and Ty's like,
No.
and then tell them about where they found this white van and why it's associated with us.
So, as Jesse said, the police officer showed up and said, we found your car. We found your white van. We don't have that. Well, it's you know, registered to this address. And I think he was kind of suspicious about this.
Yeah.
Maybe like I, you know, dumped a car somewhere.
You're like, I don't own a white van.
We don't
What do you
own a
mean?
white van yet. We're looking at different cars, and a white SUV van type is what I've been looking at. So it's a little odd. He says, you know, we found it abandoned in the area.
Yeah.
So we're bringing it here. And I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, it's not our car. Like, what are we supposed to do? He tells us the address. Yes, it's this address. But then he tells us that it was actually previous owner's car.
Yeah.
Something happened. I don't know what happened. We contacted them. As far as we know, it's all good.
Being dealt with, yeah.
It's being dealt with. The car's not here, so I assume it has been.
Yeah.
But their car was just somewhere and they were gonna bring it here, and that's why the police were here. I thought something else happened, like our house just closed. I know Jesse was scared for some reason that like, I don't know, something bad must have happened at the house closing. They said the cops here. I said, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so weird. Like cops coming here like,
Did you leave a white van abandoned on the side of the road?
and we're like, no.
So
Like,
we own
no,
a white car.
we don't have a white van. That's so sketchy. So thankfully the tow truck didn't bring the van here because it's not ours and we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. So
if they showed up, we couldn't actually claim it.
It'd be
because
illegal.
It's not our car.
Yeah,
It has to go to where the new owners are, and yeah.
yeah. So anyways, that was our interesting drama this morning with scary random white vans. So I don't know what happened with the van. Maybe it was stolen and like left abandoned. We're not really sure. We can't like make assumptions here, but everything's dealt with, we think. So it's all good. It was just a very strange thing that happened this morning. Anyways though, the reason why I wanted to do this vlog today was not because of the van, which just was kind of put in our hands just now, but it was because I went online and I got old-fashioned Halloween cards. These are actually real cards. They're photocopies of them, but real cards they had back in the 1920s.
Real photocopies.
Real photocopies from back in the 1920s. You guys know how I like retro and vintage things. So I found these and I'm gonna show you some of them because cards back then were just very, very weird. Like I've done whole videos on like retro cards. So I got this. It's the old-fashioned Halloween cards. There's 24 cards in here. And these are, like I said, real cards.
Real fake cards.
They just reprinted them so that now in modern day we can use them. But there's a few that I wanted to point out. I didn't know they'd be this small, but I noticed in a lot of like even Christmas cards and stuff, they always have a kid looking scared, like in this one, and they'll have something in the window. So in the Halloween ones, it's a pumpkin or it's a cat. And in the Christmas ones, it's always like Santa Claus. like looking through the window at people, and the kids are always afraid. They're like,
Well, didn't you look through a bunch of vintage Christmas cards with Dave?
but Dave, yeah, and always the Santa was in the window staring at the kids, and the kids are always like, you know, like it's horrible. Anyway, so I guess it's like a common theme, like kids looking afraid, you know, like, and they're reading ghost stories. I mean, what do they want, right? Like, why is a
Well, this
3-year-old
one's actually
reading...
just reading Ye Ghosts.
Yeah, but why is like a 2-year-old reading ghost stories? Can they even read yet? That's the real question.
I couldn't.
Because I mean, they're in a onesie, so they've got to be like 2.
Hey, I own onesies, Jess.
I know. And then they got like really weird faces, but these are all very interesting. There's another one I wanted to point out. It's this one. So it's a girl looking in a mirror at her reflection. It says, "If in the mirror your lover is seen, you'll surely be happy on Halloween." So back then they were like extra superstitious, like more than we are nowadays. And especially around Halloween with mirrors, they would say, if you look into the mirror on Halloween night and you see someone else's reflection, that person is your lover. Like, that's your future you're looking at. Like, you're looking at your future husband.
That just kind of reminds me of a Doctor Who episode, but it's not your lover that's in the mirror.
What's in the mirror?
I think they just trapped a certain invading alien race inside of it.
In the mirror?
Yeah. All mirrors in existence.
But like, mirrors were just really important to them back then for seeing your future lover. Imagine like when I was in high school and I was like getting ready in the morning and I saw your face like behind me.
Yeah, you'd probably call the cops.
Yeah. They'll be like, no, that was my future husband I saw. They'd be like, you're going to a psych ward right now. So anyway. So yeah, a lot of them are actually just really cute. And Ty and I were saying that we should just use these like all year round for like birthday cards, like Christmas cards, like whatever like occasion. And like people would just be really confused. But a lot of them are really cheesy. Like there's crows on this and it says, "I sent this card 'cause I love you." Did you get it? 'Cause they're crows?
I'm just not even gonna acknowledge that pun.
But yeah, this is actually terrifying too. The pumpkin's about to like gobble this little boy down. Anyways though, I thought these were really cute. I did not know they would come in like a booklet like this. I thought they would come more like authentically, like in separate
Well,
pieces.
you were hoping that it was the actual, like, authentic article.
I really thought it was like authentic, but I guess not. But that's okay, because they're still cute and we can still use them. But that was the point of today's video, to show you like these old-fashioned things that I got. Because whenever I find vintage things, I want to show you. So between the cards and the white vans, we've had a very interesting day. And now we're gonna make lunch. Actually, I'm making Thai lunch. I'm not telling him what it is.
I'm not sure if I should be scared or excited.
You might want to be a little bit scared, but I had this idea when I woke up and I'm like, I gotta make that for lunch for us. So you're gonna edit, I'm gonna bring you food. Like your little wife.
It feels like our roles have been reversed this day.
I know you're always cooking, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make food today.
All right,
feed
then.
you. I'm gonna feed you. Anyways, guys.
What about Winnie, though?
Well, she eats a lot already, but we'll give you some chicken jerky. Anyway.
She hasn't moved an inch since we started really filming.
I know. It's unlike you. You usually want to be like up front and center.
Well, I think she thinks she's trapped.
Behind the small
Behind the
edge.
wall. That's
The
too
wall
much.
yeah.
She got in, now she doesn't know how to get out.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little update video / vintage cards, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye.
See you guys.